to flip it into his glove. It didn't cooperate. And this drive by Zach Werenski winds up in the corner. Right of the net. Here's Olivier, a backhand, and Korpisalo the save. He'll slap it to the corner. Good Branson. Trying to get it ahead. Picked off. Middlestad shoots. Merzlikins to save. The rebound. Sent out in front. And Saka couldn't locate it. It was in his feet.
The first one was a pass that found him in the slot. We go back to the opportunity off the forecheck by the Zaka line.
Korpisalo, the former Blue Jacket, got a piece of it with his glove. Sillinger keeps it in. The Bruins can't exit the puck. Right of the net now. Olivier, a backhand. He tries again. And he's stopped again by Korpisalo. He'll bang it to the corner. Corrali now. The former Blue Jacket sent it up top. It's shoveled into the slot. And now Marchenko darts in, shoots, he scores! He went low, blocker side, and the Jackets with a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're a defenseman out by the blue line, in this case it's Lindholm, he's on his backhand, and if it gets blocked, you know somebody's flying the zone. That's the way you got to do it. Marchenko does the exact right thing. He sees a weak backhander from the point. I'm going to fly the zone. And even though the Bruins have both Lindholm and McAvoy back, the pass breaks through the stick of McAvoy right there. And it ends up being a perfect pass, breakaway, great relief.
But healthy as the Bruins restart the campaign. Here's Lindholm to the dot, send it across. The Bruins passed up the shot, get it back from a deep angle. Pasternak denied. Pasternak fires, Merzlikins to save. It's chopped at. Lindholm sent it up top. He'll wheel his way in, dropped it to Marchment. Now Fantilli, blockered aside by Korpisalo. Into the slot, Fantilli a drive and kicked out by Korpisalo.
Nice touch pass in the neutral zone. Middlestad able to see Yoki Haru coming with speed.
Potential 2-on-1. Yoki Haru racing back, and Korpisalo the stop, and then Korpisalo again on the opportunity by Provorov, and Korpisalo snuffs that one out over at the near post. And intercepted out at center ice by Janot. Now Marchment gets it back, centered. Korpisalo slides across, kicked out the left skate. Took a solid shoulder check from Pasternak, who slid over. Olivier chopped it out in front, and Coyle with a chance, and Korpisalo another big save. But the Blue Jackets still able to win it. It's lifted out to the neutral zone. Bruins rip it in. Arvidsson threw it out in front, they score! Arvidsson shot, hit some of the traffic out in front. It might have been Middlestad, and the Bruins have the equalizer.
Oh, Arvidsson's going to lead the parade by the Bruin bench. But it's a heads-up play. The wraparound does not pay off for Columbus. Arvidsson's the first one there. Just throw it back in the direction of the goal. He knows he has Middlestad on the net drive. Pucks and bodies to the net. You talked about simplifying the game, Judd. You can see it right there.
Johnson now, Marchenko. They play catch. Marchenko out in front. Korpisalo the stop. Columbus wins this. Severson across into the slot. Monahan couldn't pull the trigger. Bruins dive, can't get it out. Voronkov shoots. Korpisalo the save. 2 seconds left on the Asimov penalty. Along the near side, driven to the point. And Matejchuk a drive. That got through a host of bodies, and Korpisalo to hustle the far post. Slapped out to center ice. No, they say it stayed in. Corrali. Zadorov shoots. Kicked out by Merzlikins. Geekie trying to win a battle. Locked up with Matejchuk. They wrestle to the corner. Lindholm up top. Lohrei shoots. Merzlikins to stop. And it's driven out to center ice off of Marchment's glove.
That's a good stop by Merzlikins. Plenty of time to dust that puck off, pick his spot. Mason Lohrei, he can certainly score from there. That great drag snapshot of his. Merzlikins gets it, I think, with a blocker.
Lohrei with 6 goals. 4 came in January alone. Out in front, Korpisalo to stop. Then he got run over.
He had an eye. He was looking for Geekies, just kind of cruising down the high slot.
Up top, driven to Geekie. Pasternak now. Geekie. He scores! Yoki with a rocket short side, in and out. A power play goal. Bruins 2, Jackets 1.
Well, because of the emergence of Morgan Geekie and his ability to one-time the puck, it's allowed the Bruins to make changes with their man advantage. You know, everybody used to remember Pastrnak setting up over there where their Ovechkin goal scorer would be on the power play. Certainly throughout his career, Pastrnak would score a bunch of goals there, but now they can give you a whole bunch of different looks. It allows Pastrnak to handle the puck more.
And the power play looks like it has picked up where it left off. Marchenko wheels his way back in. Threw it across. DiPietro, great blocker save. Fantilli tried to go high blocker side. And it's sent up ice. Broken up by Lindholm. Grab back by Wood. He'll charge in to the dot. Backhand. I think it hit the post. Korpisalo sent it to the far side. Wood dished it back of the cage. Matejchuk shoots. Korpisalo to stop the rebound. Jenner sizzled it wide. He had an open net. Last year he missed almost all of the year after having shoulder surgery. Arvidsson out in front. Poke check. Middlestad trying to elevate a backhand. And they'll sling it in. If you're just joining us, the Jackets coming in, having won each of their last 7 and 10 of 11 since the coaching change. Fantilli shoots off the post and out. Werenski shoots, deflected down and wide. And this puck deflects off to no one out. Now Corrali bursts in, far circle, shoots, he scores! That was a bullet to the near corner. Sean Corrali makes it 3-1 Bruins.
Tape-to-tape perfect pass. Right off the left leg or skate. Severson on his pivot kind of loses his edge a little bit. And that allows enough time and space for Corrali to get in around the dot. Short little takeaway, and he hammers it. Glove side, just inside that post. If he takes that stick further back, he's not going to get that shot up.
And the Bruins are going to play them twice down the stretch. Here's Werenski. Now to Marchment. Into the slot. Fantilli shoots off the post. And he scores. Well, he's been all around it tonight. And finally buries one. It's 3-2 Bruins.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Low blocker, posting in. Let's give up their blue line a little too easily. They got bodies back, and again, Werenski right in the middle of everything. Makes it a 4-man attack, but the Bruins give up too much time, too much space, too much room. Marchment makes a nice tape-to-tape pass. Look at all the black and gold jerseys. They're in and around the puck, but nobody's picking up the shooter. And he's between the hash marks in the quality scoring area. And
has to get away from the referee, does. Aspero, problems, coughed up. Monahan. Bruins trying to recover, sent toward the front of the net. Korpisalo to save, and another on Werenski. He's down. He makes another stop. Left of the cage, it's sent out in front. Hacked toward the front of the net. Korpisalo got a piece of it. Sillinger almost tied the game. Centered, Marchenko shoots, blocked out in front. I think Pastrnak got it.
He did.
Marchenko. Werenski shoots, taken in by Korpisalo. Werenski walks center point, shoots, blocked. Bruins can't pick it up. There was a little spin on the puck. Along the near side, McAvoy ahead to Arvidsson, shoots, he scores! Victor Arvidsson, his second of the night, an empty netter. Bruins 4, Jackets 2.
Charlie McAvoy. Bruins defend nicely here, staying in the passing lane, staying in the shooting lane. Looked like Zacha was going to end up with the puck. He doesn't, but a good reaction by Middlestad to force the puck. Columbus.
And everybody rises to their feet here at TD Garden. Victor Arvidsson may have had 2 tonight, but Jonas Korpisalo was brilliant in net as the Bruins come out of the Olympic break with an important victory over the Blue Jackets.